it's Linda May, and I am here today as Druid Priestess to be basically offering you the last ceremony that I'm going to be doing online. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why. This is before we actually even get started. But the technology is getting to be a little bit too challenging to manage these days, and it's just making it harder and harder for me to do it. So I'm not even sure if this is working right. I'm not sure if people can see me. When I stand over behind my quote altar, my table, I can't even see me very well, and I have lights on all over the place here, and it doesn't seem to matter. The only time you can see me is when I'm about 2 feet away from my iPad, and that's it. So anyway, I'm going to do the ceremony, and the replays will be available on my Druids of the Light page as well as on YouTube. So you can watch these at any time, even if you can't do it now. Hopefully, I set up everything as best I could, but my iPad kept stalling. That's what I mean about the technology stuff. So I actually had already put in a description and everything, and now it's saying, you're ready, how are you going to do don't you want to write something? And I'm like, no, I already did, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to get started. It's 5:30 right now, so we're going to get started, and I do thank anybody who's watching this whenever it is that you're watching it. I do appreciate it. I'm so glad that I've been able to do this for so many years. I found the Druid Path in 1991, so it's been a heck of a long time I've been doing this kind of thing. And not online, but in person. So the last 6 years has been online, and that's enough. So I'm getting on in years, and I'll still be doing my own little celebrations here at my house. But other than that, I won't be doing like people gathering and all that kind of stuff, although it's been such a wonderful journey. And I'll probably talk a little bit more about that at the end. But right now I want to get started. So I'll see you soon. I kindle this flame for the hearth, for the home, for the whole of the people. One flame for light, one flame for warmth, one flame to encircle us all. Earth unto heaven, heaven down to earth, this day and every day. May it be so, and may we pray with a good fire. As the ancestors have done in times before, we honor the gods in the old ways, that our hearth and our heart may give cheer. Be it so. By our will, by our words, by our work, this space is made whole and holy. By our will, by our words, by our work, this space is made whole and holy. By our will, by our words, by our work, this space is made whole and holy. We're here today to honor the shining ones, the mighty dead, and the allies of nature, and to invite them to join us at this time when the wheel of the year hovers in the balance between winter and summer, when all of nature rejoices at the warming of the earth. New blossoms abound as the energetic life force bursts through. And we're here today to honor Angus MacGog, the youthful love god, born of the Dagda and Boan, who so characterizes the energy of this season. Now here in Sedona, we are noticing buds swelling on the trees. These irises have been growing in my little areas around my yard, which has been really nice, and I have them as an offering as well as part of the decoration on the altar. And I also have my plum tree is starting to have pink blossoms, and different things. I'm starting to see it, you know, more and more and more. And it really makes me happy to see everything starting to come to life like this. The buds are opening joyously, greeting the warming sun. And yes, birds are singing everywhere. They're eating birdseed and they're all around my house, and it's just really lovely to listen to them singing, even first thing in the morning. It's just lovely. And of course my kitty loves watching them. So that's kind of really cool. Anyway, we're going to be starting with the Light Druid's prayer. So take a moment to center yourself and just take a deep breath. Beloved source of all life, from whom all life-giving love flows and returns in the great way of things, sacred and holy are you. May we ever feel the flow of your divine presence in every moment of every day and in every living thing. Provide us forever with your bounty of nourishment and abundance in all forms, and teach us to trust in this everlasting outpouring. Teach us to walk in peace and harmony with every creature, field, and flower. Guide us to know only your truth, and give us courage to honor and protect this truth. And keep us from that which is not in alignment with your blessings and your grace. But you are the love that encompasses us, guides us, heals us, and upholds us. And we choose to be emanations of your sacred flame as we shine like the rising sun, bringing light and warmth to the world in which we live. Today and always be it so. And now we're going to be doing the Two Powers meditation. So stay where you are, focusing on your inner, you know, basically getting comfortable. Feel where, this is basically it's the three worlds of the heavens, the midworld, and the underworld, and we're going to be basically attuning ourselves with their powers and magnify them within us. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with just realizing where it is that we are centered on the earth. Realizing that, I'm looking for something. Just be aware of like where you're touching the ground, where you are being basically held to the earth by gravity, and realize that that gravity is sort of like a great big hug that's just holding you. And as you are feeling that energy, feeling that groundedness, feeling the beauty of that energy all around you, notice that there are roots growing out from the bottom of your feet, and they're growing down into the earth, down, down, down into the earth, way down into the earth, past all kinds of layers of all kinds of bedrock and all kinds of things. And they finally come out in this cavern, and in the middle of the cavern is a pool of clear, cool water. And your roots actually drink from that water. And this is known as the water of potential. And your roots are drinking, the roots coming out of you are drinking this water up, up, up through all those layers, bringing it up into the bottom of your feet, bringing it up into all the way up until the cauldron of your loins, which is basically the lower three chakras. So once that energy is there, then you're going to notice that the waters continue to rise. So not only are you filling your lower three chakras, the cauldron of the loin, with that water, and it's overflowing on the sides, but it's still moving up, and it's moving up, up, up into the cauldron of the heart, which is the cauldron of choosing. It's the fourth chakra, it's between the upper and the lower, and it's filling your heart to overflowing, filling your heart with all of the waters of potential. And still that water rises up into the cauldron of your upper mind and higher mind, and that is indicative of the upper three chakras. So this is actually bringing you closer to the above, okay? And it's still filling those cauldrons to overflowing. It's flowing down around you. So from three cauldrons, you got that water flowing down, down, back down into the earth, and rising back up again over and over. And you're filling all of these cauldrons with the waters of potential, which gives you the potential to do whatever you choose to do. Now, take a moment to recognize that in the sky, you might see the sun, or you might see some other kind of light in the sky that's shining down upon you. This light is known as the light of order. and it shines down into the cauldron of your upper mind, again, the cauldron of the upper three chakras, and it basically warms the waters that are in that cauldron so that there's a mist, a steam all around your head, a steam as the waters are just misting out around you. This is the light of order combined with the waters of potential. And still that light penetrates down into the cauldron of your heart. Again, it warms the waters in the cauldron of your heart so the mist is all around you once again, and still that light penetrates down into the cauldron of your loins, warms that water so it too is creating a mist all around you. And still that water penetrates down into the ground. So the waters of potential and the light of order are combining, which basically makes anything possible for you. It's the light of order and the waters of potential coming together. And you find yourself in a time without a time and a place without a place, just present in the moment with these energies all around you, through you, in you, who you are. And what we're going to do is hold on to this energy. It's going to be within you. And at the end of the ceremony, we will be releasing these powers, the two powers, back to the sky and down into the center of the earth. And you will have that energy that you can call upon at any time. But we'll talk more about that later. So we're going to start by making an offering to the source of all, from whom all flows and to whom all returns in the great way of things. Sacred source, cauldron of making and unmaking, fathomless sea, bountiful spring, mother of the rivers, goddess of Oak Creek. That's our watershed here in Sedona. We honor you and we ensure the prosperity and the fertility of these lands. Thanks to you. Be it so, and please accept this offering. And now what we're going to do is we're going to prepare ourselves for this time together. And the way I do that at this point in time, it's many different ways you can, but I use sage. And what I'm going to do is bless the space with this sage. And I'm just going to go around the area, and I'll do a blessing on my iPad. So, you know, it's kind of like blessing anybody who's watching whenever you're watching. So just get this going a little bit so it smokes. Okay. Sacred smoke, purify us. Sacred fire, make us whole. Sacred smoke, purify us. Sacred fire, make us whole. Sacred smoke, purify us. Sacred fire, make us whole. Okay. And now we're going to call upon the goddess of inspiration. Goddess of inspiration, keeper of hearth and forge, I call to you to inspire our sacred words this day. Lead us in the ways of truth and beauty so that our words and thoughts befit, and also our hearts. And I am lighting this patchouli rose incense. The goddess of inspiration we talked about in Imok is actually the goddess Brige in the Irish tradition. And she's actually an incredible goddess, and she is the goddess of inspiration. So this is a time of inspiration that we're asking you to help inspire us at all times. So that's what this is for, okay? Please accept this offering of patchouli rose incense. B'Yashay Ali. That means so be it. Now we're going to honor the land. May we be united with you, Lady of the Land, sovereign of the realm under the fairies. Grant us the abundant blessings of this land. Teach us its mysteries and its lessons as our ways find favor in your eyes. And I offer this grain, it's basically oatmeal, but I offer this grain that I will be offering to the land in your honor. Please accept our offering and join us at this rite. And now we call to the four directions. it's a call for peace. May there be peace in the East, the ancient realm of prosperity. May there be peace in the South, the ancient realm of harmony, of course, harmony. You can tell I don't do these very often anymore. May there be peace in the West, the ancient realm of wisdom. May there be peace in the North, the ancient realm of strength. And here in the center, where all the worlds meet, may peace prevail. Please accept this offering of juniper berries in your honor. And now we open the ways to the other worlds. King of the fairies, Lord of the ways of the other worlds, we call to you now. Hold safe. This is Mananan Maclear, who's like one of my patron gods, so it's kind of cool. But he's King of the fairies, Lord of the ways of the other worlds, and we call to you to hold safe the way for our worship. Maintain a safe passage between this world and the other worlds, that we may freely intermingle with the powers and allies who come in peace and may wish to share this time with us. Fairy King, please accept our offering. Fine Scotch. Be a Shea Ali. May it be so. Yeah, I can put the cover on. Okay, now, you can tell I'm getting older. It's even harder for me to do ceremonies I've been doing for so many years. So spirits of this land, we're offering to the powers now. So right now, spirits of the land, seen and unseen allies of nature, you who walk beside us, ever revealing to us the beauty of the world, we honor you and share this meal with you. And this is bird seed that I basically give to the birds outside, which they love. So this is my offering to the earth, to the spirits of the land. Please accept our offering. And now I call to you, Lord of the dead, first of the ancestors, and to all of the ancestors who join you in the feast hall, ancestors of this place and ancestors of anybody assembling here in any way, virtually as well as physically, kin of blood, kin of heart, those who have loved us for always and will always, you who have walked before us, bringing us to this time and this place. We share with you this cup of ale. Ancestors, please accept this offering. And sacred shining ones, highest and mightiest, most worthy of honor, we honor you here. Gods and goddesses of this land and of all of those assembled and watching at this time, you who walk before us, guiding and lighting our paths, we share our hearth with you. And this is fine whiskey. So deities, please accept our offering and join us at this rite. Be a Shea Ali. And now is a time that if you have any offerings that you'd like to make to ancestors, nature spirits, or shining ones, this would be the time to do it. I hadn't given too much thought to this, but as usual, I do believe that I'm going to make an offering in honor of my cat, Misty, who I don't know what I'd do without her. She's just a love. And she's sort of my constant companion these days. So in honor of Misty and for all she is for me as a nature spirit and just as a companion in my life and the love that we share with each other and all that we do for each other, I offer this. Please accept this offering. And now it is spring, so I'm also feeling a calling to do something for, let's see, I think my mom, who's an ancestor, because my mom's birthday is in March, and it's like, it would have been next week. So she went way too soon. But for my mom and for all of the ancestors that are on the other side, but especially my mom, I'm offering again this beautiful incense in honor of you. Thank you, Mom, for everything. Be a Shea Ali. Okay, now we're getting into the main part of the ceremony. At this time of the spring equinox, we welcome the energy of new growth as the land around us reawakens and new life begins to burst out and show signs of great promise for the future. As I had mentioned before, I'm starting to see it all around. I have all kinds of greenery around my yard, and I'm seeing even just little tiny buds starting to come out, or little leaves just unfurling, and it's so exciting to me. This is such an exciting time of year for me to start seeing that growth. So it is the energy of new growth as the land around us reawakens and new life begins to burst out and show signs of great promise for the future. It's a time of balance, like I mentioned earlier, when the night and day are of equal length and the light grows longer as the days grow longer. So we look within to find our own balance in our lives. So we saw that a little bit with the two powers and all that kind of thing. But we all need to find that inner balance within ourselves, you know? It's a time of renewal when we reaffirm our commitment to that which is important to us, whatever it is. Like for me, it's Misty, and taking care of me, to be honest, is actually one of the things that matters to me a lot more than it ever has, because I'm like in my 70s and getting older, and it's just amazing to me. And it's a time to revitalize our journey towards whatever goals we have. And for me, one of my goals is to finish I actually turned in my dissertation, but I got to do some formatting to make it get passed, and then I'm going to be graduating with a PhD this fall, and it's something that I've actually wanted to do since I was like in high school, is have a PhD in psychology. This one happens to be in transpersonal psychology, and I'm very excited about it. So this is a time where we commit to what's important to us, and this is something that has been important to us, so I've been working on it until I got there. And it is time to play and let go of the darkness of winter as we welcome the light of spring into our hearts. So now we're going to call upon Angus MacOg, the young god of love, to be with us this night. Okay? So in order to invoke Angus, this is a villanelle that I wrote many years ago, and it's something that still applies, because he's basically the god of spring. Okay? And so this is a little bit about his history when I go into it. And then I have another William Butler Yeats poem that I'm going to read after this, because it's just so beautiful. But the villanelle is: Angus MacOg, god of youth, love, and play, enchantment upon you, a magical start. The maidens all sway and swoon when you come their way. The Dagda and Boann by the river did lay, enticed by their love they answered the heart. Angus MacOg, god of youth, love, and play. 4 birds fly around you, kisses they say. Your harping and poems are true works of art. The maidens all swoon when you come their way. Home is the brew, and that's how it will stay. With impeccable wording, the airs you outsmart. Angus MacOg, god of youth, love, and play. You rescued Etain, kept her rival at bay, until the winds came and she had to depart. The maidens all swoon when you come their way. You dreamed of and loved Erbermerth one day. You find her and claim her, never to part. Angus MacOg, god of youth, love, and play. The maidens all swoon when you come their way. Playful and comely god of youth and love, son of the Dagda and the river goddess Boann, magical one, born in a day, and who claimed your home with a ruse. We welcome your dynamic and vivacious spirit into our hearts. Angus MacOg, please join us here this night. And I offer you whiskey. Please accept our offering. Now, interestingly, Angus MacOg, it is an interesting story that the Abermeth that I talked about is actually a swan. He fell in love with a swan, and he actually became a swan so he could live with her for the rest of his life. So it really is about love and beauty and all of that kind of thing. So it's really neat. But a lot of the villanelles that I write were taken from the history of ancient gods and goddesses, the wisdom and the mythology and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where I got the information for the villanelles that I've written over the years. And then I want to do one more thing. This is a William Butler Yeats poem, and it shows you how he also was into the Irish gods and goddesses and all that. So this is the Song of the Wandering Angus. I went out to the hazelwood because a fire was in my head, and cut and peeled a hazel wand and hooked a berry to a thread. And when white moths were on the wing and moth-like stars were flickering out, I dropped the berry in a stream and caught a little silver trout. When I had laid it on the floor, I went to blow the fire aflame. But something rustled on the floor, and someone called me by my name. It had become a glimmering girl with apple blossom in her hair, who called me by my name and ran and faded through the brightening air. Though I am old with wandering through hollow lands and hilly lands, I will find out where she has gone, and kiss her lips and take her hands, and walk among long dappled grass, and pluck till time and times are done, the silver apples of the moon, the golden apples of the sun. It's actually one of my favorite poems. I've known it for years and years. I think I first read it in high school, and it just always calls to me. So I just wanted to say that to you and share that with you. And now what we're going to do is do what we call a working for spring, okay? And every morning the sun rises over the horizon, and what we're noticing is that it's slowly growing light, like the top half of a giant bubble, expanding ever forward. Inside of that bubble is the promise of another day. Every morning, that's the bubble that we come into. And sometimes, in the mundania of our lives, it's easy to forget that every day is magical, and every day is an opportunity for something new. Each sunrise, that bubble holds the possibility of a new friend, a great meal, renewal of spirit, shared kiss, a kind word, a song that touches our hearts, our knowledge, our laughter, and all the things that make this life worth living. So as the sun rises ever higher in the sky, that bubble bursts, spreading out all these possibilities upon the earth. Every day, every day. The energies touch the waking world, blessing every rock, plant, fish, fowl, and beast. With spring now ahead of us, the time is ripe to give energy to our hopes and dreams. This is the time. Tonight we will do that by creating and blowing bubbles. So I have a little thing of bubbles. I have a ton of them actually, because I used to use these for my ceremonies all the time. So I still have several that I used to give out to all the people that were in, taking a part of it. So picture in your head right now all of the great and wondrous things that are dawning in your life. Picture summer vacations, projects that you are passionate about that never seem to get done, a world of love surrounded by thriving and growing things. Now as you see all of these things, feel them go from your head and your heart into your breath. Breathe deeply as I blow these bubbles, putting all that energy and all of those intentions out there into the world. When the bubbles pop, it represents the energy that you put into them going out into the universe to make that which you wish for manifest. And be sure to take a moment to bless this earth, to send out love and light to the planet, to negate any negativity that's floating around. Take a moment to make a vow to be a helper spirit to others in need, and to make choices that honor the greatest good in all things. Join me in hailing the spring and creating our dreams with life's breath. For you, anyone watching. Yeah, I love that. It's really fun. When I used to have a lot of people doing it, we were all blowing bubbles all over the place. It was so awesome. So at least I get to do it. You got it coming right to you on the screen. So all of that is good. And I also, next I want to do a new moon working. The new moon was just a couple days ago on March 18th at 6:23 p.m., which is Pacific Daylight Time now here in Arizona. So at this time of the Pisces new moon, let's set some intentions for this new moon cycle, okay? Because it's just a couple days ago, as well as wishes for the season to come. And a new moon is a time of new beginnings. So this is like so in alignment with spring. And this new moon inspires us to find inner peace by integrating spirituality and trusting our own intuition. It's also a time to get rid of emotional baggage and to release what doesn't serve you anymore. I still have a process to go through things in my house. I may be moving, and if I move, I'm not going to take all the stuff with me. So there'll be donations being made, and there'll be sales, and there'll be, a lot of stuff is just going to go in the trash, to be honest. But it's all going to be part of my within the next year. Honestly, that's how much of a difference it's going to be making. But do also remember to be compassionate with both yourself and others. Take a moment to consider all of these when you're ready, and then I'm going to give you a few moments to just think about the different things that you can do. That new beginnings, trusting your intuition, getting rid of emotional baggage, release what doesn't serve you, all those kinds of things. Think about that for a minute. I'm going to give you a moment to ponder, and then when you're ready, bring your attention back to the ceremony. You can have your own intentions, but as I already mentioned, for me it's getting my PhD. That's like the biggest thing for me right now. And after this, I'll be writing some more books. I'll be writing a book based on my dissertation, my thesis, as well as my dissertation from University of Sedona, University of Metaphysics. So very wonderful opportunity to do that once I'm retired from everything. So that's exciting to me. But for all of you, I make this offering that your intentions manifest. Please accept this offering. And now at this time, I share this cup with the land and with all of you assembled here. So if you have any other words that you might want to share to the ancestors, to any of the allies of nature, or to the gods or goddesses, a general toast, oath, or boast, to whatever and however, this is the time to do it. So what I'm going to do is, first and foremost, I'm going to libate some of this to the ground in honor of Angus McGog, the god of youth and love. I share this with you and sustain our bond throughout time and space. May we be reminded of this energetic time of growth to welcome your fecund energy into our loins. Bishay Ali. Please accept this offering. And then I also want to thank anybody who's watching, whenever you're watching, however you're watching. I do appreciate it. It's been kind of fun to do this for the last 6 years, to do them online and to go through this process. But like I said, I'm just getting older and technology is changing and it's just getting to be a little bit too challenging. So that's why this is my last ceremony. But I do want to let you know how much I appreciate your watching, your presence. I appreciate anybody who's taken the time to watch any of these ceremonies, or anyone who's been to any of my ceremonies over the decades that I've been doing them. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. Please accept this offering. We have been blessed this day. So as we prepare to depart, let's give thanks to those who have aided us. Angus McGog, for your lustful creative energy, for your presence and patronage, we thank you. Mighty ancestors, sacred shining ones, and noble allies of nature, for joining us at this time, we thank you. Lady of the land, for the union that we share with you, we thank you. She King, Fairy King, for holding open the ways between this world and the other worlds, we thank you. Goddess of inspiration, for any of the words that we shared, honey sweet words that come from your inspirations, we thank you. And to the source of all, from whom we came and to whom we return, we thank you. And I make a final offering in that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment to remember the part of you, the two powers meditation that we did at the beginning, where we had the waters of potential flowing up from below and the light of water shining down from above and finding that balance within ourselves. And what we're going to do is release the energies of these and keeping what you need inside of yourself and knowing that, and I'll go through the process with you, and know that you can call upon these energies at any time that you need them. So you can keep some now, but you can call upon it any time you need it. So take a moment to take a deep breath as the light rises up back into the heavens, knowing that you have that light inside of you at any time that you want it, in any amount that you need. Now the water's flowing down, the waters of potential flowing down into the earth, all the way back down into that pool of water in the center of the earth. The waters of potential, always there in your cauldrons as you need them. Call upon it as you need it. Release that which you don't need until you do. And after you've done that, feel yourself present right here, right now, once again. Go in peace. The rite has now ended. I'll come and talk to you for a little bit. You can see me a little bit better when I'm up close like this. I do really appreciate anyone who has been watching this. I'm not even sure if I set up the technology right that people can see it. I hope so. I think so. It says it's live, so we'll see. And I also set up a thing to make donations, but I'm not sure if you can see that either. So, you know, if you can, that's great. I appreciate anything I can get. I hardly ever get any, to be honest. So it doesn't really matter. But you know, if you can, I do appreciate it. It is a help. And I do appreciate anybody who's watched any of my ceremonies or participated in any of my ceremonies over all these years. It's really been a wonderful path for me. It's been my life. It's been, you know, one of my soul's purposes for being here, and I know it. You know, so many connections I've made and everything, all because of the Druid path. It's really been that way for me since I found it, you know, and I found it in 1991. So it's been a long time. And I do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm still going to be doing my own little ceremonies at home, but just me and, you know, with Misty watching on probably. But just probably just a little bit of a giving some kind of offering to the land and nature spirits and all that, you know, something very simple. It's just not something I'm going to be doing online anymore. So I do thank you. I appreciate you. And I want to wish you these beautiful spring blessings, this time of balance, and just know you are loved.